cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay, cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency, a message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with. Now they looking nervously, and I don't really care what you think of me, respectfully.
You were standing would have made the difference between life.
I was wondering what happened. Am I going to die? How I'm going to die?
My colleagues and I rushed to the ER to find that there was actually nothing left.
It took only seconds to cause so much death and damage that Lebanese people are calling it their 9/11. We're going to take you from the epicenter of this horrific blast and hear from the people in its path as it ripped through the center of a city once known as the Paris of the Middle East, killing and injuring. And leaving more than 250,000 people without habitable homes. Beirut is the capital of Lebanon and home to 2 million people. It's an ancient city, scarred by war, but vibrant, welcoming and full of life. Over the decades it's suffered so much, but no single event as bad as this. This is the epicenter, a warehouse in Beirut's port where the disaster began with a fire. Inside, unbeknownst to most of Beirut, were nearly 3,000 tons of the fertilizer ammonium nitrate, and they weren't being safely stored. When that exploded, it looked like a mushroom cloud. And felt like an earthquake. As far away as Cyprus. As the shockwaves radiated out, boats were blown out of the water. Grain stores on which this country relies were destroyed. And the firefighters who'd rushed in when the fire first broke out really didn't stand a chance. Saha Faras was one of them, and one of the first of the dead to be named. She was a volunteer firefighter, just 25 years old and about to get married. Footage posted on social media shows her distraught fiancé behind the coffin, trying to lay his hand on it to get as close to her as he can. St George's Hospital is close to the waterfront. In the labour ward, a young woman called Emmanuelle was about to give birth, to bring new life into the world. Her husband Edmund was filming when it happened.
Ceiling was down. I was afraid that she might be hit or the baby was hit. She was all covered with glass. I tried getting my wife out first. I moved the bed outside, and then I started helping the nurses and doctors to get them up.
Amazingly, both the baby George and his mother are fine. All around the city, moments of life, moments of celebration were shattered. Isra, who's a doctor, had come back to Lebanon from the States to get married. She too was posing for her wedding photos when she was knocked off her feet by the force of the blast.
I was shocked. I was wondering what happened. Am I going to die? How I'm going to die? I've been preparing for my big day like for 2 weeks. I was so happy, like all the other girls. I'm getting married. My parents are gonna be happy seeing me in a white dress. I'll be looking like a princess and everything.
عنا نشوف حوالينا شيء محزن كثير يعني ما بينوصف الأضرار وصوت الانفجار بعنا لهلا يعني بتحس إنه في صدمة. نحن صدمة لأنه ما في شيء سمعته بحياتي مثل صوت هذا الانفجار أبدا.
This is what's left of a neighbourhood known for its nightlife.
Many of the buildings here have balconies that overlook the port of Beirut. So people would have been standing on their balconies or near their windows, stretching their necks to catch a glimpse of the fire when the blast struck. If you were here when this happened, where you were standing would have made the difference between life and death, between a superficial or a very serious injury.
Another BBC reporter was in the office on Tuesday night, doing an interview over the internet. It was a close shave for Mariam Taoumi. Though she is all right, and so many others aren't. The explosion wounded thousands of people, and hospitals are really struggling to cope. Lebanese people are famously resilient. This shows how strong the Lebanese are, says the man filming this. There are people who've been through so much, who've learnt to look after themselves. So, as they try to pick up the pieces, they're working together to help each other, with little faith in their government to do the job. But what now for the country? Lebanon is already in crisis on multiple fronts. This catastrophic explosion has scarred not just the city's skyline, but the psyche of a nation. It's become a symbol of all that's rotten in the political system. And it's left Lebanese people wondering how they're going to get over this and how much death, destruction and despair one country can take.